Well, I just want to thank everybody for being here today on this historic day here on November 7th, where finally the California Indian people will have a monument here on the Capitol grounds for all those visiting to know that we are still here. Still here against great odds. Odds that seen our people go through many historical challenges here in the state of California. But we're here because of the resiliency of our elders and ancestors to show the California Indian people are still very much ingrained in the thread of the state of California. This is a chance to continue to elevate our presence here in the state of California. In no better time than in November on National Native American Heritage Month. So give yourselves a round of applause for being here. AB 338 was a piece of legislation that moved through the state legislature, but it was challenged along the way. We overcame great odds to be able to be here today, not only in this monument to have the governor sign the piece of legislation that moved forward to today for this unveiling, but for our people here in the state of California that have overcome great odds against odds. We're still here. The resiliency of our people is still here present today in Sacramento. We faced great odds with the Russian explorations, the Spanish exploration, the Mexican rule, the gold rush, the U.S. rule in the state of California. A state of California that did not look too kindly on California's first people. There was many atrocities that came our way, many turmoils that came to our people, but yet, against all odds, we're still here. Against the different trials that came to our people, the culture is still very much alive, which we've seen through the teaching of Mr. Franklin to the Miwok, Nisenan people, and to this area to sing those songs of blessing this land that we stand on. It's to the resiliency of our elders that stand with us today and our elders that have gone on. It's the resiliency that continues against great odds of our people that we stand here today. AB 338 was challenged and came through great odds of some legislatures having to be educated on the true factual history about who we are as Californian people and what the missionary system brought to our people during colonization. We need to now be open to talk about those issues. What happened during the gold rush? What happened during these explorations? Our people survived against great odds to be able to be here today, showing the resiliency of California's first people. That's why we're here today, to be able to unveil this monument, to start the discussion of including factual curriculum of who we are and what's being taught in the state of California. These are issues that come our way. These are issues that we will face against all odds. These are issues that will show the resiliency of the blood that flows through each and every California Indian person, that we're still here and the voices ring out through us to ensure that our voices ring out in the state of California and in the state legislature. But these issues are done because representation truly does matter. And the tribes that came forward to champion this bill through the legislature and to testify at different committees, but it wouldn't be able to be done if it wasn't for the support of elders and teaching such as those as Mr. Franklin. Now has come the time for us to be able to unveil this, and you heard all the good words and representation from the Franklin family and the dedication that's there. And It really means a lot. There's a Bill Franklin in each and every one of our territories, and down in our area, Mr. Robert Levi served as teaching us the Cahuilla bird songs and bringing culture back. So this monument and unveiling what Mr. Franklin did here in these areas is a testament to all California Indian people that we're still here against great odds, the resiliency of our people. That's why we stand here today to do this unveiling.
As you have heard, the man portrayed in this statue is a Miwok Anishinaabe leader, William Bill Franklin. His life epitomized the strength, honor, and commitment of California Indian people. Bill Franklin represents the best to be found among California Native Americans, and he lived his life for his family and others in the preservation of California's Indian cultures. He gave unselfishly of his time and knowledge as a tribal teacher, indigenous scholar, preservationist of California Indian history, song, music, dance, and regalia. However, this statue isn't meant to just honor Grandpa Bill, because every tribe across this state has their own Bill Franklin, a leader who fought to keep our cultures and traditions alive during a time, and I have to say, during a time when it was not easy to be Indian. It was not easy to be indigenous.
I'm really excited that now when adults, and in particular children, and there's a lot of them out there today, visit the state capitol, they'll be able to see a true representation of the first people of these lands. And it's a representation of us, by us, one that we chose, and one that will help everybody understand who we truly are as California Indian people. But even more importantly, and I say this as somebody who grew up very traditionally here in California, at a time when maybe when I was young, it wasn't super popular still to be Native American, to be Indian. Most importantly, our own people can now see themselves reflected and honored here in the state's capital. That's long overdue.
I'll count to three. Hook, whir, pahi.
Mention too, for those of you guys who are wondering, Grandpa Bill's, we have him facing directly at the rotunda.